Hello everyone, this is Jake here, and this is not a blacksmithing video if that's what you're expecting. Today I'm going to be showing you how to add player models into a TTT server with the Pointshop using my own utility, which will make life a lot easier for you. There's already a very good guide out there for doing this, but it involves lots of repetitive stuff and lots of messing around in Lua files. If you're a beginner, this can be a bit daunting. And if you've been doing it a while, it becomes very tiresome to do the same thing over and over. This should hopefully speed things up. Okay, when you install this utility, you'll get a folder in your documents, wherever your documents are, called Gmod Playermodel utility. There'll be two folders. There'll be Pointshop file output and raw add-ons. Raw add-ons is where we're going to drop our add-on, our player model folders. Okay. And to do this, we want to go into our Gary's Mod add-ons folder. This will be obviously in your Steam apps, etc. Basically, to get a player model, you're going to want to find it on the workshop, subscribe to it, open Gary's Mod. This will download the add-on to your computer. If you don't know how to do this, you're pretty best looking up a guide, but you're going to need this program. It's called gmadconv.exe. This basically takes these add-on files and converts them into folders which you can work with. To do this, you just want to change the file association to this program. Okay, so you want to open with this program, and that's what I've got by default. So for an example, we're going to use this Stalker player model, which I've downloaded from the workshop. Double click, you get a window open up for a split second as it extracts it. And here, well, you got to refresh it first. Scroll down, and there you are, Stalker player model folder. Okay, so all we're going to do is take this folder. We're going to copy it, do it the slow way so you can actually see what I'm doing, and we're going to paste it in here. No worries at all. Okay, so if you want to look under the hood, you know, you've got your models, you've got your Lua folder, all just there. If it's an add-on with multiple models, so there can be variations, this should still work fine. You just got to make sure you select the one you want. So without further ado, we're going to use the program. Now, I'm using it still in the debug from VB. This is because I actually want to put a link to this video in the program. Okay, so that's that. So this is the utility itself. Bear in mind there is no validation at all. I haven't messed around too much making this foolproof. I'm assuming you sort of know what you're doing. So for example, you can add text into the price. Don't, because it will cause you problems when you add it to the server. Just don't do anything silly. It is a breakable program, quite easily breakable. Okay. With that said, we are going to simply, okay, so it's a Stalker player model, so our player model name is going to be Stalker. This will be the player model name, what it will show up as in the Pointshop. Okay. Pointshop price, whatever you want it to be, 2,000 we'll say. Now Mdl Location. This is easy because you can only choose the right file. So it will open by default in your raw add-ons folder. So we're going to go Stalker player model. You want to go for models, and however many folders deep it is, Stalker.mdl. It's the only one that will show up, don't worry. And again for Lua, Stalker player model, Lua this time rather than models, so Lua, auto run. There should only be one Lua file here. If it's one with variations, there's going to be more than one. In the same way that if there's variations, there's going to be more than one model. You want to make sure you're choosing the one you want. I can't cater for every single one. Just make sure both the Lua file and the model file match. That's all that matters. You can't do much wrong here. Now you're just going to go next. Now this window will come up. It will ask you to please place the Fox Warriors script. Now, if you don't know, the Fox Warriors script is what you'd normally use. to configure the Lua files. Here we're just going to paste it in. So I've got this downloaded. You just download it from the website. I'll probably put a link in the description for this. I'm just running it from the WinRAR file. You can extract it if you want, but in my experience you don't have to. So, okay, this is the program. You only go File, select a directory. We're going to go to your raw add-ons folder, in the one generated by this program when you install it. Okay, so all we're going to do, we're going to click on the folder of the model we're adding, so Stalker Player Model, and we're going to press Select Folder, and it is going to find all of the resources that are required for it. Now this will normally be a lot longer, so bear that in mind. We're going to go now, File, Generate Lua Script, Clipboard, Add File. It'll come up with data saved to Clipboard. You're sorted. As I say, this will normally have multiple listings. Okay, and then we're just going to go in here and we're going to paste that script in. Again, there will normally be a long list of resource.add files. This is just an example. This is how you do it. Once you've pasted it in, just press OK. Now it'll tell you the Lua file has been updated and the Pointshop file written. This basically means you are done. You're going to press OK. You can minimize or close the program at this point. Now, this Stalker Player Model, the Lua file in it has been configured. So it's okay to add this to the server. It's also okay to add the Pointshop Lua file, which you'll find in Pointshop file output under the name of stalker.lua. First of all, we're going to add the bulk of the resources, the Stalker Player Model. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to open. My server is remote. Some of you be using local servers. Whatever system you use, this is how you want to do it. I'm just trying to make this look like it makes some sense. Okay, so this is the add-ons folder. So it's Gary's Mod add-ons. I'm just gonna take the player model and I'm gonna drop it in. It's gonna copy to the file to the server now, and it's just as you can see up there, just copying the files over. Okay, there you are. So now in the add-ons folder, we should have our Stalker Player Model. Here it is. So that's in there, no problem. The only remaining step is to add in the Pointshop file. This is, of course, what you need for the player model to appear in the Pointshop and be buyable. And again, very easy. You just go, assuming you're using the same add-on, and it looks the same, in your add-ons folder, you're going to go to Pointshop Master, Lua, Items, and then Player Models. And as you can see, there's a bunch of player models in here currently. Then you're just going to take your stalker.lua and you're going to drop it in. And that's it. Your player model is now added to the server. The only remaining step is to sort out whatever system you have for FastDL. Now, again, mine's remote, so in my case, I'm going to go ahead and fast download sync. And this will put any new add-ons, fast download sync, just have to log in again. This is going to basically, it's going to search my server directory. It's going to find any new files that are in the add-ons folder, or wherever else, and copy it into the FastDL folder, so it can be downloaded. This depends on what system you're using for FastDL. You need to make sure that these resources that are on the server are also available to the user. You can do this, sometimes you have a FastDL folder, sometimes you do this. Or you may want to use the workshop. I advise against it, but you can use the workshop. Whatever system, this is dependent on you. Okay, I can't possibly explain all the different variations. So here it's compressing all the files, and it's now completed. At this point, you want to restart the server. In my experience, a map change, if you just change the map, you'll get an error. You have to restart the server for people to download the models properly. Otherwise, you get errors. So we're just going to test this. I'm going to restart this server. There's nobody on it. I've seen to that. And I'm now going to switch to Fraps to record this. You'll be relieved because this program is awful. And yeah, we're going to test it out and see that it works. Okay, here we're in Gary's mod. I should point out that at this point, to effectively test this, you need to go back to your add-ons folder in your Gary's mod directory, delete the add-on that you've just added, delete the player model from your local machine, and then unsubscribe from it. If you're subscribed to it, and you have it installed, then when you go onto the server, you're already going to have the resources. You want to test that a new person coming on the server has the resources required, okay, that the FastDL works and gives you these resources. I'm going to log onto my server now. And we'll let this load. So as you can see, we have spawned into the server. SV cheats has been set to 1, so we can go into third person. And a bot has been placed, so the round will start. So as you can see currently, I've got this player model. We're now going to test. We're going to go F3. Let's go to Pointshop, Playermodels, disable our current one. And there we are. There's the stalker. It's got the name. It's got the price, obviously taking into consideration the modifier that reduces it in this case. We're going to equip it. And there we go. We have it. My frame rate has dropped considerably due to the massive amount of file. There we go. So much I/O going on with the size of these Fraps files. But there we go. We've got our player model. And yeah, it's all working nice. So I hope you find the program useful. It should make your life a lot easier and just generally make things much more pleasant. I'm going to enjoy this terrible frame rate and go and murder this bot. So thanks very much, and hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any problems. There are bugs, and it won't work in 100% of cases, but it should work in most, and it should make your life a lot easier. So good luck.